Hello, and welcome to the stream. It's me, Wordy Girl. I'm here, and we are in the garden once again. Let me get some music first going. Okay. Una, by the way, is here. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Una, how are you? Una says, finals days in the garden. So what's April's theme? Yes, so I talk about this quite a bit, but it's understandable if not everybody remembers. But, pet. Yes, stream pets. There are stream pets here. And if you would like one, you can also get another one. If you have one already, you can get another one. If you don't have one, you can get one by basically going to my Ko-fi. And on my Ko-fi, if you purchase the stream pet, it will allow you to name it, and I will give you one of these. I have so many little pets. I have little dogs. I have a little penguin from winter. It's not even winter anymore. I have all these little cute little keychain thingies, and I do have some springy Easter type animals as well. I have a cute little unicorn. I need to take a picture of all of the animals that I have so that you guys can kind of pick them without me showing. Thank you so much for the lurk, Blimey. God bless, much success, sending prayers, love, and hugs your way always. I appreciate you stopping by. But yes, about the themes. First, I'm going to show you guys, I do have an apple turnover for my quote-unquote breakfast, which it's about 10 a.m. for me, but I didn't eat anything, so I'm going to eat that. So, in January, we are in winter still, but it's not Christmas anymore. So we have the window in the background with snow outside the window. In February, it's still winter, but it's like we want cozy vibes. It's like chill, it's like Valentine's, you know, but we don't want to be all Valentine's. So we're like in that weird ski lodge resort type place that is chill and it just looks like some kind of weird loft apartment or something. March, obviously, madness in the garden. April is spring camp. So in spring camp, we're going to be in the green forest again. We're not going to be in the garden. We're still going to be outside. It's going to be the green forest trees. And we're going to be doing spring camp. It seems weird that spring camp is already here. But in May, then we go inside again to be in a sci-fi place that is like for May, play May. It can also be for spy place. It looks like it could be, I have two, one bunker that's kind of rustic looking and one that looks like white imperial halls, the corridors of the ship or something. I don't know. Anyways, you guys are about to be in an ad. If you are in an ad, exclamation point ads to let me know, exclamation point back to let me know that you're back. And when we return from the ads, I will continue the year recap of what I do for each month. But anyways, while we're in the ads, I'm gonna eat some of this. I'm gonna mute my microphone. And you guys can feel free to chat and redeem stuff, and I will talk once the ads are over. All right, you guys should be back from the ads. If you're back, welcome back. Una says, oh, I have completely forgotten about camp. Yes, I've made some announcements in the server, but yes, as Una says, maybe I just don't really understand that we are so far in the year. Same, I feel like the year is flying by too fast for some reason. It doesn't feel like it's already time for spring camp, but it is. And that's weird and scary. LSU Tigers is here. Welcome to the stream. Wordy girl, do you like short stories? Yes, I do. And I post them. I write them. I read them. If you have one that you want me to read, there is also a redeem in the chat. That is called Check Out My Work, Please. I don't know why it's so inexpensive. Oh, wait, I do. It was so inexpensive because, what was it? It was something for World Anvil, and I was like, I want people to be able to redeem, read my work, please, for a cheaper amount because everybody was writing a lot during that World Anvil challenge. Probably gonna raise the price a bit now, but if you would like me to read it on stream, you can redeem that. If you don't want me to read it on stream, but you just want me to see it in the Discord, you can post it. We do have the Check Me Out channel. Excuse me. And we also have if you want to make your own workshop room, you can make your own workshop room. Like if you do a lot of writing, and you can have a place where you store all your works for people to come see. There are a lot of people who have their own workshop rooms in the server, but some people don't want that. So, yeah, whatever you want to do, wherever you want to put it, and if you guys want to check it out in the Discord, feel free to click the link that Handsome Co-host has put in the chat, and you'll be able to go to the Discord where LSU Tigers is. Let's see. Where is my... I'm trying to find it. Check out my work, please. I'm going to elevate the price of this. Okay. So I just said that we have different places you can post it. If you just have one short thing that you don't want your own room for, you can just put it in something like Check Me Out. There's a channel called Check Me Out. It is in the sharing basket. And if you go there, you can post anything. It is just something, it's just a random channel that people can post anything they want, just a one-off, if they want people to check it out. If you want your own workshop room where you do lots of creative stuff and you like show people all kinds of stories you write or things you draw or art or pictures or whatever you want to do, there is something called the workshop where you can make your own forum board. And in that board, you can post whatever you want and it will be your space for whatever you want. So there's always different things that you can do. Where is... I think Check Out My Work, Please was cheaper. Okay, probably $4.50 was it? Okay. Alrighty. Oh, maybe it was just $400. Okay, I'm gonna just make it $400. I don't want it to be too expensive, but I don't want it to be too cheap either. But I want to be able to read your guys' work. So, there we go. Read My Work, Please is now, Check Out My Work, Please. Yes, Check Out My Work, Please can now be redeemed. Let's see, what else? There was something else that I was supposed to edit here. Oh, okay. Excuse me, my throat is feeling like I need to keep clearing my throat so much. Alright. And LSU Tigers, if you still did not understand, let me see if I can tag you. I've tagged you in the channel. Okay. How can you make your own forum? Okay, I will tag you in the place you can make your own forum. So, in fact, I can show this on stream. I don't know if you're on a phone. If you are on a phone, it might look slightly different. But here is the place. So, if you notice here, you can go to what you call Creativity Corner. And here is the workshop. And in the workshop, there are several threads. And if you want to make your own, you click New Post, and you name your thread. You put a little description, and you add your picture or whatever you want. You can also choose the tags. So, if it's art, if it's painting, drawing, photography, writing, food, crafts, all these kinds of things, you can check those things off so that people can know what they're getting into when they come to your workshop room. And then once you post it, you will have your own thread all to yourself in this forum for everyone to be able to check you out if they want to. And then you can name it just the one short story if you want, but you could also just say, this is LSU's Tigers place for cool stories. And you can post more than one story in it. Or you can just make it like, this is dedicated to this one short story, and I'm not putting anything else in here. So yeah, it's all up to you. In my server, I like to allow people to have their own little space to work on stuff. Some people like the space because they use the space to connect with others, but they also use the space for their own organization and stuff like that. So it can just be helpful altogether. However you want to do it. I accidentally clicked the wrong thing. It won't let me make my own forum. I mean, not your own forum, but a post in the forum. How is it not letting you? Did you put a title? You have to title it so that it can allow you to post. So you have to put the title and you have to put the description, and then you can click the post button. No problem. All right. I think maybe we should do another sprint. We didn't do one on the stream. So let's just do one to begin with. 30 minutes is good. Let's start one for 30 minutes. Alright, and I'm gonna join. 30 minutes on the clock for all you sprinters out there. I'm gonna put the resting clock up here as well. I'm going to be working on some stuff in the background. Feel free to chat. I'm gonna mute probably a little bit, just so I can finish off this turnover, and then I will be back to talk. But if you talk in the chat, I shall be able to unmute and chat back. Yep, I see, and I have already followed the thread. I'm gonna look at it a bit now. I will say, I see you have them linked as Google Documents. They do need sharing enabled. Because I'm clicking it and it says that I don't have access. Unless you want it to be where people have to individually ask you for access each time. You should have the settings in Google where it says anyone with the link can view. You have to put that setting in Google so that anybody who clicks the link can view it without having to ask you for permission. My throat. I need to hydrate or something. You guys are about to be in an ad, by the way. If you are in an ad, exclamation point ads to let me know, exclamation point back to let me know that you're back. And in case you did not hear me, I will also post my comment in the thread. I don't know if you heard what I said about the Google link. Okay, I'm glad you heard, so I just won't post it in there. Alright, I am done with my apple turnover. Now I'm gonna take some water to hydrate. Alrighty. We've got 23:19 on the clock for all these sprinters out there, and I am going to join in the sprint. I have a lot to do. Yes, I know you can download the PDF versions, but I was just trying to let you know, just in case you didn't know, about the Google versions and how they require access. So if you want them to require access, that's fine. I know that some people don't like to download strange, files onto their computer, which is understandable. Some people don't mind doing it, but some people do. I come home and find a wordy girl, says Cedro. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. How are you? $18.25 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. Good weather is pleasant from a Wuthering Heights point of view. All right. Alrighty, I see that the stories have been unlocked. Thank you so much for updating those Google links. I will say that the family tree chart is still locked, but the English version and the Spanish version are both unlocked. JK Limbo is here. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Good morning, everyone. How are you all? I am okay. How are you? It's 1, 2, 3, 4 on the sprinting clock for all you sprinters out there. Other one is now unlocked, thank you. I see it, nice. Okay. I wrote the story in 4 hours 2 days ago. Congratulations. JK says also congrats on getting to 69% of your Ko-fi goal. Oh, thank you. But I will say that some of that is freelance work that I had to do, but I am still grateful that I did get paid for that freelance work. But Ko-fi is working on a way to differentiate shop purchases and other such things from your actual goal, which I am looking forward to, because a lot of times it can get mixed up and confusing, especially if people think that this is going towards a goal and it doesn't look like it is, or they think it's not going toward the goal and then it looks like it is. Colonel says afternoon. Well, happy time zone to you, Colonel. How are you? Trying to get 100% for mine, says JK. Much success to you with yours. What percentage are you at currently? $26. Nice. You're over a quarter of the way there, so much success to you. JK asks Colonel, how are you? And Colonel says busy. I can also write other short stories for others depending on what game and character. Yes. Yes, I write short stories for others as well. So yeah, this is an interesting story so far. JK says, back to work I go. We'll keep this up for watch time. Well, thank you so much for the lurking, JK. God bless, much success, sending prayers, love, and hugs your way always. I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, if you add more to it, much success with it. Yeah, now that you've created your own workshop room, you can discuss the characters in there, you can talk about things, you can update people on what you're working on and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what kind of the workshop rooms are for in the server. We also have spring camp coming up, as I talked about with Una earlier, but you guys might be in an ad. If you are in an ad, exclamation point ad, so let me know, exclamation point back to let me know that you're back.
What took you so long?
Hey, oh my goodness. Hello, welcome to the stream. Flat Cap, Dapper Pastor, rating in with 40. How are you? How is everyone? Thank you so much. Shout out to Flat Cap, Dapper Pastor for the raid. Much love. If you guys are not following Flat Cap, please do. Flat Cap, Dapper Pastor, as I say often, is a very dapper pastor with a flat cap, indeed. Tip of the cap. He does lots of stuff. He's more of a variety streamer than me, honestly. So do follow. It's always a fun time. So much interesting stuff going on. Speaking of, how are you and how was your stream? Let me know. If you do need to leave, I understand. God bless, much success. Sending prayers, love and hugs your way always. I appreciate you stopping by, and I thank you so much for that very generous raid. But yes, feel free to tell what you guys were working on over there. What were you guys doing? Thank you for the lurking. Much love to you all. Sunshine Games, welcome in. Great stream for 4 chapters of Mark. Nice. That's epic. Welcome in. We are personally just, we were chilling out. We were talking a little bit about riding and stuff like that. We were doing some sprints, but we were just chatting and chilling mainly. We do have a sprint going on. There are, there's only 1 minute and 40 seconds left in there, but we weren't really sprinting that much. We were mainly just chatting. Sunshine Game says he told a lot of healing miracles. Yes. Mark, one of the Gospels. So I'm sure that it covered a lot of Jesus' life and the miracles, and as you said, the healing miracles and such. It was a very, very lovely little place in the Bible to read 4 chapters. And I'm glad the stream went well. But yes, if you guys are just coming over here, like I said, I am Word Girl. I am a variety streamer. If you do not know me, I do lots of stuff, but not as much stuff as Flat Cap. Still, if you want to play games and stuff like that, we can. We do have redeems right there in the chat with channel points. You can also just chat about stuff by talking in the chat, and I will reply. I was doing some sprinting, but we don't have to keep it on the sprinting. If you guys don't want to do sprinting, we can always pivot. Feel free to let me know what you guys want to do, because you guys did raid over here. I am wearing a cap of my own. It is the Mad Hatter's hat, because we are in the Mad Hatter's garden for the last few days of March. And I say few, but it's actually just 2. Including today, so it's literally just 1. March flew by. Time's up for that sprint. How did you guys do? Let me know in the chat. I did... How many words is this? Let me just check. I did quite a few words. 372, okay. But yes, speaking of the garden, I will say, I finally, and this is something that I would love to have done earlier in the month. Everybody knows I usually have like the tea samplers and stuff like that, so that if anybody redeems tea time, they can get me to drink cool, yummy, cute little teas, especially like floral teas and stuff like that. I usually have floral and fruity teas that I drink during the spring. Hello, Adam Fighter, welcome in. But this year I was going through a lot, so I didn't really have a variety of tea. I just had the regular vanilla chai, and I had the ginger one, and that was all I was kind of drinking, except for I think I still had some of the apple cinnamon from fall 2 years ago that I bought too much of. But anyways, I was at the store. I finally was able to go grocery shopping a bit, and I saw at the store they had this really cute thing at Aldi. It is called the caffeine-free herbal tea sampler. It is not called that. It is called Tea Party Collection. That sounds better, right? Caffeine-free herbal tea. No artificial flavors or colors is not the title of it. Even though that is a descriptor of it. So these are little cute little woodland animals that are cute. And look at the little scene on the back. It's a little picnic. Come on now. Are you going to focus or no? Is it focusing? There we go. Yay. Okay. Adam Fighter says, I wish I had tea samplers. I should consider that as a treat. I mean, like a reward for myself for completing some tasks since it's good for relaxing. Yes, exactly. I would think so. Yes, the little squirrel. Yes, the little squirrel. Okay, so basically, in this sampler, there is berry crumble. I can't even read at the same time. Okay. Berry crumble, lemon macaroon, raspberry cookie, blueberry muffin, banana bread, and strawberry shortcake. These are all the flavors of tea that are existing. So honestly, I wish I had that at the beginning of March, because that would have been perfect for the Mad Hatter's Garden. It's literally called Tea Party Collection, and it's some cute little cookie baked good flavored tea, and I am excited to try how they taste, because when I first saw it, was thinking, ooh, that looks cute, and then I was like, they're all like baked goods? That's interesting. Usually you have baked good with the tea. I wonder how the tea will taste if it is flavored as the baked good. Adam Fighter says, my niece would play tea time. So the caffeine-free sounds great for little kids. Yes. Sunshine Gaines says, yum. Yes. You need to buy cookies for the tea. Exactly. So I had just earlier today eaten on stream as my breakfast, even though it's like late morning, an apple turnover, because I hadn't eaten anything all day. But I usually do like to have some kind of little baked good with my tea, especially if I'm like working on something, or if it's in the morning, I'm like, this will just be my breakfast. But yes, next year, I hope maybe, because I've been thinking, honestly, about the Mad Hatter's Garden, and I was thinking maybe I could have, well, actually, this happened when I was talking about Christmas. I was thinking for Christmas, I could have a cookie jar that has different Christmas cookies in it. And when people redeem snack time, I think it's called Snackaroo, then I can get one of the cookies out of the cookie jar. But in the Mad Hatter's Garden, it would be nice to have a little cookie jar, or like a biscuit tray, or whatever you want to say, where I can have a little crumpet with my tea or something. I like how you think, says Adam Fighter. Yes. Oh, speaking of that, we were doing a recap of all the stream scenes that I am in each month of the year, and then we went to ads, and then I totally abandoned the whole thing and I didn't come back to it. But I've been talking about this lately in many of my streams, because people have been asking stuff about the Mad Hatter's Garden. Like, why are you doing the Mad Hatter's Garden? Well, it's cool, but like, they don't get it that it's March Madness, and that's why I do it. Because when you think March Madness, it's not really like that. It's about basketball. But I take it the other way, and I say March Madness means Mad Hatter Madness, and it is my birthday month as well, so I love the Mad Hatter and the garden and the tea and all that stuff. So that's why I do that in March. Somebody asked earlier today what I was doing next month. Oh no, the garden? This is the last days of the garden? What's next month? I was like, next month we are gonna still be outside, but we are going to be in the forest for spring camp. Adam Fighter says, well, I believe spring is beginning, so you can possibly do a spring garden theme. Yeah, so that's the thing. Usually I do that in March, but in April I changed to the forest because we are doing spring camp, creative camps. So a lot of camps happen during the year. The creative camp in April is spring camp, and we're outside in just like a forest area. It's a green forest, and it's like very campfire themed, and like, you know, I don't need a reason for you to wear a Mad Hatter hat, only because that hat is so awesome. Yes, I love it too. And I say to everybody, the Mad Hatter's Garden is the one place where I feel like at the end of the month, I'm like, I don't want to change this. Can we keep this through April? But I force myself to change it anyway. But usually this is the one I'm like, I really want to stay in here. It's so cozy and cute. And the tea pot and stuff, like these kinds of things. I still have tea time, but I don't have it in these lovely little vessels here, because these are for the Mad Hatter. I just drink it out of a regular mug or something during the other months. But yeah, Mad Hatter's Garden is my favorite, I would say. Also, I am a lover of whimsy. Yes, me too. I love whimsiness and madness and fun and lots of little frivolous little quirky things. But yeah, that is it. We did say that next month we're gonna do the green forest for spring camp. After that, in May, we did cover we were going to be either in a techno bunker or like the Imperial Empire corridors. For Play May, and May the 4th be with you. We usually are like in a spaceship or some kind of sci-fi place for Play May, and we usually play lots of fun games like what do you call it? Like RPG type of games. And sometimes I even play with the chat where you guys can be like, okay, what did your character do? And you guys tell me, and then we do the thing. Sometimes I have guests on. You may have seen Colonel in the chat earlier. Colonel plays for Play May with me almost every year. And this year, Adventure April is coming back, and they're gonna actually do it, and it's gonna be judged. And I hope that they do the on World Anvil, they made a collaborative TTRPG together with a lot of experts in the field and stuff, and I'm hoping that they're gonna play that on stream or something for Play May, along with some of the Adventure April things that are gonna be submitted. Adventure April technically launched this past Saturday, and I'm like, okay, it's time. And Colonel was like, yep, Wordy Girl's gonna call me again. And if you guys want to join in, please feel free, because I'm always looking for more people to join in the fun games. I am a game master, if you guys didn't know, so I do play lots of D&D and like D&D adjacent stuff. And yeah. Una says, we can have writing over tea at the garden instead of camp if you want. Yes. That would be lovely, really. We could camp in the garden. That's camp, right? Yeah. Anyways, it is about to be another ad, and I'm gonna forget to continue. But after May is June, and June we go to the island, and it's time for the summer vibe. So June, July, and July is summer camp, and August we're all on the island, the tropical island. Then in September, October, and November, we are in the forest again, but this time the forest has been tinged with autumn colors, and it is fall. And then in December, obviously, is the Christmas tree house. And that's the year. And you guys should be in an ad. If you are in an ad, exclamation point ad, so let me know. Exclamation point back to let me know that you are back. Colonel, who is not in an ad because Colonel is subscribed and is on a 7-stream streak. Thank you so much for the continued support. Streaking around the garden 7 times while Wordy has tea. That's something. Now, out of these teas, I don't know, you guys nobody redeemed tea time today, but I really wish that I could probably try one of these. Which ones of these do you think would be the best for me to try right now? Berry crumble, lemon macaroon, raspberry cookie, blueberry muffin, banana bread, or strawberry shortcake. They all sound very intriguing. I don't know which one you guys think is gonna be the good one. Oh, Adam Butters redeemed tea time. Thank you. Now I can try one for real. Okay. Thank you for the lurk. I'm watching people. God bless. Much success. Sending prayers, love, and hugs your way always. I appreciate you stopping by. The squirrel in honor of Foamy the squirrel. Okay. Let me see, which one is the squirrel? The squirrel is on the raspberry cookie. Ah, these are packaged so cute. Okay. Yep, I know you guys are in ads. I'm watching people's not in ads though, because I'm watching people has Twitch Turbo. Alright. That's a cute little box. That's such a cute little set. And we have 20 more seconds in the ads. Cedra is a subscriber who also does not have ads and says, haha, that is funny. I have my raspberry drink for medication. Ah. Well, I hope that it's delicious. But yes, since Cedra wants the squirrel and raspberry, we will do that one. You guys should be back from the ads now. If you're back, welcome, welcome back. Cedra didn't have ads. Colonel and I'm watching people didn't have ads either, but Adam Butter, I know you were in the ad. Now that you are out of the ads, and I know you're the one who actually redeemed the tea time, but you did say, just pick anyone you wish. They all look great. So yes, I will pick the one that Cedar has suggested, which is the little squirrel. Ooh. The little squirrel, which is a raspberry cookie. So, thank you so much, Cedra and Adam Fighter, for redeeming tea time in the first place. Yes, I have enough water in that kettle, so I'm going to go ahead. Fat-free, sugar-free raspberry mocha with extra shot that is warm, not hot. It tastes like cough syrup found in a car glove box in August, and it keeps others from begging for sips. Goodness, that is a descriptive description. Well, I guess maybe it tasting good isn't the right way to say, but hopefully it's pleasant enough. I will say. It sounds interesting indeed. But yes, medicine. It's your medicine, so that must be important for you to take it, and I hope it's not too bad for you. Don't ruin her tea by saying that Aretha ruins with that on fire. No. Hopefully, this raspberry cookie tea does taste pretty yummy, but I don't know. It might taste like that exact description, and then we will know what they used for your medicine drink. Yes, I know you're joking. I know. While we are waiting for that to, the kettle to heat, what are we doing? We were chatting. Yes, we were chatting about different places that we will be. So next month, which is in like 2 days, We are probably going to be in a different location when I stream, which means I also need to get a new schedule. I tried to stream every day this month, and I didn't. I know I didn't. I started late for one. For another, when I did start, I did skip some days, and I was late some days. I was about an hour late today, sadly. But I've been trying as best as I can. I know that some Thursdays and Fridays I was supposed to stream, but I didn't know when. So I put little question marks on it. And those question marks sometimes did end up meaning I didn't stream at all, because some of those days I just didn't stream at all. But yeah, next month should be exciting. We do have OHOW, which is 100 hours of writing, but it is not the main event. It's going to be the weekend of Writing Wildly, and I am going to be part of that. Another thing I am going to be part of is the World Anvil World Building Awards. They are going to do their awards ceremony. Last year, I streamed dual stream where I was waiting behind the scenes as they announced the winners. I didn't know there was a winner Discord, so I was not on the video call. And it was my fault because they sent me the email. I just didn't see it because I have too many emails. But this time I have joined the server. I had joined the winner server already a year in advance because I joined last year when it was too late. And I didn't know I was going to get nominated again this year, and I did. I made 2 short lists, which I am shocked. If you guys do want to check it out, you can !WaWa, and you will be able to see my entries. I was shortlisted twice. One of the entries you can vote for to help me to win, but the other one is not going to be voted for by the public. It is going to be judged by an official award-winning author, C.L. Clark. So, yeah. But yes, you have to have a World Anvil account to vote, though. And you can sign up through my affiliate link if you want to. But the thing about it is they don't like too many people to sign up just to vote, because they're gonna think that that's me view-botting. I mean, I'm calling it view-botting because we're on Twitch, but they're gonna think that it's somebody who is, you know, creating accounts just for the sake of voting and to skew the votes. And that's not what I want. So if you're not an Anvilite, you don't have to vote. If you are an Anvilite, you still don't have to vote for me. There's some awesome people there. You can check the link, and I have a link to the blog post that shows everybody who was nominated and shortlisted, and you guys can vote for everyone. Cedar says the signing up is how someone won in the past. Yes, so when they did the thing with the emails, there was a thing where people were like, people could cheat by getting multiple circumvented emails and stuff like that. So they're trying to change how they're doing it, so we'll see. Omega Key 31 is here. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. How are you, Omega Key? Omega Key says you are unique. You are awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you for being unique, and welcome in. How are you, Omega Key? We are just chatting here in the garden, the last days in the Mad Hatter's garden, and we are about to drink a spot tea, raspberry cookie tea. So yes, that is why you hear, as Cedar says, a lovely kettle. We hear a lovely kettle in the background. That is because the water is heating so that I can drink my tea. Now, usually, I will say, I've said in the past, when I have new tea like this and I want to kind of know how it really tastes without being tainted, I usually want to use regular, just plain sugar with the tea so I can get the full flavor experience of the tea without it being tinged into honey flavor. But I don't have any regular sugar with me right now. I do have the honey, and I'm just going to have the honey in the tea. It shouldn't change the flavor too much. We'll see what happens. But yes, I love honey in tea, but I do know that the honey in the tea gives it a flavor. It gives it a flavor. Brown sugar alters flavor too, yes. I mean, technically sugar does too. Yes, that's true. Can you taste the cookie? Says Adam Butter. Makes it sweet. Yes. It alters the flavor and it does make it sweet. There is something that I guess sugar is to me like how some people say that they can taste the water has a taste. Like, water does have a taste technically, but it is considered plain. Like everything has a taste, but there's still something that I don't know. It's very weird. I guess it's that people are used to it. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. I did say something to Omega Key. I don't know if you heard or if you left. If you did, God bless, much success. Sending prayers, love, and hugs your way always. I appreciate you stopping by. I hear the kettle is settling down, so that means we are about to have a good, nice cuppa. And we will see if we can taste the cookie in the raspberry cookie tea. Now, I will say, there were ingredients on here, and I was very curious about how they are supposed to be different, like cookies and stuff. The raspberry cookie has hibiscus, apple, rose hip, raspberry flavor, strawberry flavor. So we'll see how it tastes. Okie dokie. It is here. We are here. And it is time for the kettle to be poured into the okay. Into the teapot. There we go. Now we have the teacup here. Oops. Okay. Goodness. It smells kind of like a cookie. Okay. Oh no, the tag came off instantly. Okay. Well, it still has the string. There we go. Alright. And we're just gonna put a little bit of honey because I do not want to taint the flavor too much. I'm just gonna put a bit of honey in here. Usually I put way too much honey, admittedly. But I want to taste the flavor. Okay. Alright, so let us, oopsies. Okay, there we go. Let us pour the tea. It dropped some on the keyboard. It literally dropped one drip on the keyboard, and that's what happened last time, and it made the whole keyboard go out of lights. So I hope that doesn't happen this time. But if it does, that is now officially going to be no longer a hypothesis. It's going to be a guaranteed fact that one single drop of water onto this keyboard automatically makes it where the lights go out. That's what happened last time. It was not even that much water, and it wasn't the tea either. It was just the water only. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. Thank you again for the tea time to Adam Fighter and to Cedra Honnet for suggesting the type of tea I shall have. English Drink says, oh no, to that drip drop of water. Hopefully that's fine. Colonel says, Wordy making a mess of her keyboard? Yes, my keyboard sometimes does need to be cleaned. I did clean it recently, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, it needs to be cleaned again. Weird. Okay. But it's fine. It's better than it was at first. Salute to good health. Exactly. Thank you. So I'm gonna let it steep for a bit. Some of you guys are about to be in an ad. By the way, if you are in an ad, exclamation point ads, let me know. Exclamation point back to let me know that you're back. Some of you guys should be in an ad. But, I'm gonna wait until after the ad to drink the tea. All right. I see a heist has been started. And you guys should be back from the ads. If you're back, welcome, welcome back. And it is time for me to take a little sip of this tea. It is still quite hot. It does taste like a cookie. It tastes like a cookie. Nice. Wow, it does. I just need to wait for it to cool off a bit because it's still quite hot. I do not want to get burnt. All right. Ona says, which reminded me, remember we talked about coffee, abstinence, headaches? Yes. Matthew's here. Happy Monday. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. And how are you? Thank you for stopping by. Ona says the bright side is that it's only for the first day. Ooh, so are you doing better now? Some people on my server were sprinting, but I didn't even start the sprint because I knew that I was in the middle of everything. But I might want to sprint next if we aren't doing anything else. Yes, this does taste like, there's something in it that tastes like the cookie part of the cookie and the vanilla part. I mean, not vanilla, but the raspberry part. Maybe it feels like vanilla is the part that is the cookie. Yes, this is a pretty lovely little tea. Nice. I'm so glad that I found the set, but yes, like I said, it would have been great for me to have this earlier in the month. I was drinking the same boring teas all the time. And it wasn't fun for you guys who redeemed tea time, who wanted different varieties. That's the main thing. But yeah, anyways, it's about to be another sprint for 30 in a bit. I'm gonna join with same words. Oh yeah, speaking of that, next month is camp as well, so we're gonna be doing Game of Tomes and stuff like that. So you will be able to report words here. Matthew says, I am doing well. Finally going to be warm here in Michigan. It's nice outside. Oh, goodness. Did I not know that you were in Michigan? Because I'm also in Michigan, if you didn't know. I feel like I thought you were from somewhere else. I don't know if I'm getting mixed up with somebody, but I did not know you were in Michigan. Una says, I now drink coffee occasionally after drinking coffee with every meal and often on its own. Yes, I am glad. Congratulations for weaning out some of the coffee. I only had the mythical headache right the first day and I didn't drink coffee. Okay, that's great. I'm going to give you a little round of applause. Congratulations for that habit adjustment. I'm glad that the headaches did not persist, because that makes it rougher. Since you are good now, it's good. You're kind of neighbors, says Una. Exactly. That's why I'm like, where's Matt from? I thought you were from somewhere else. I don't know where in my mind I was maddening, but I did not know you were in Michigan either. I am in the middle part, specifically East Lansing. Okay, you are kind of far. I am in the 313 in Detroit, actually. But yeah, that's not too far. It's kind of close. But there were some people who were like, we're going to be passing through Lansing. That's right next to you, right? And I'm like, no. I had to take like a 3-hour train to get over there to even see them. But it is close considering. It's close considering some people. You might be closer to me than Flatcap, who is also in Michigan. Flatcap is in the west side of Michigan. You are kind of in the middle northern more part. But yeah, anyways. Cheers to Michiganians and Michiganders. So which one do you like to say better? Michiganians or Michiganders? Or am I saying them both wrong? Because some people say I do. Some people say that my accent sounds like I'm not from Michigan, which is weird, but yeah, about an hour and a half drive depending on where in Detroit, my birth city. Oh, really? Wow, that's cool. Nice. That's amazing. Detroit is also my birth city. Obviously. I'm still here though. But yeah, that was an interesting thing to figure out. Well, hello anyways. So welcome into the stream. We are just chilling out. We are doing some sprinting. We are chatting. We are drinking some raspberry cookie tea that actually tastes like the little raspberry cookies. You know those the little cookies that have the feeling of the raspberry in the center of it? It tastes just like that, honestly. In tea form, somehow. Yeah, they got that right. I don't know. This is one of the things that I often think about, like, who does taste testing and how do they come up with these things? But I mainly think that when it's something like Bamboozled, and it's like, I mean, Bean Boozled, and it's like, how do you know how these things taste, and how do you make them taste like that? It's hilarious to think about taste labs. I just had coffee and tea with Flatcap and Bible with the Batkeys? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Another streaming couple in Michigan. Like 2 weeks ago, I drink tea every morning. Nice. That's cool. Nice. I'm glad you were able to meet up with them for tea in person. That's amazing. I did not. Battles. I thought so. I was like, what? Okay. I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Bible with the Battles. I thought maybe it was the last name or something, but Battles makes sense. Una says, I will now space out because the day is writing. Editing will be tricky. Well, God bless, much success, sending prayers, love, and hugs your way always. I appreciate you stopping by and much success with your editing. I know it can be a lot. Matt, by the way, I did not have tea. I did not have tea with Flat Cap, but I did skate with Flat Cap. We went skating with Flat Cap, Dapper Pastor, and his wife before, and that was pretty fun. But I will have to figure out about Bible with the battles. I don't know if I know that streamer. I will have to follow them. Speaking of, Sunshine says, Bible battle sounds fun. Yeah, I'm wondering about that username, and I'm like, yeah. Um, 24:06 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. But yes, I will definitely have to look out for Bible with the battles. In fact, if you do, you have a link to their channel? I can try to follow them now. Yeah, their last name is Battle. Okay, I thought so. I thought it was be a last name or something. Their last name is Battle, so they just added Bible with the battles all together. Okay, got it. Thank you for sharing this. Let me see. I'm gonna check their channel. Oh, okay. All right, I'm following. You know what? I'm gonna shout them out. I don't really know them, but I'm gonna shout them out. Let me just copy their names and make sure I spell it correctly. And you guys, if you want to check them out and follow them, please do. I have just followed their channel as well. They do a lot of family content over on Patreon. Served in ministry with them for 7 to 8 years. Nice, that's great. I know a couple of other streamers in the community who are in Michigan, but I don't know if they're like specifically Christian streamers. I haven't met up with them either. So it's always good to find other Christian streamers, other streamers just all together who are aligned. It is also good to find other people who are also in Michigan, because that's an amazing thing. I didn't know that, so now we know. I'm gonna add a little bit more water to this. You guys are about to be in an ad. If you are in an ad, exclamation point ads to let me know, exclamation point back to let me know that you are back. I think you might be in an ad. I will wait until the ads are over. We have 18:14 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. You're not in an ad. Great. Okay. I met Flat Cap last year through the Church Digital and did some EDM equipping digital missionaries cohort. I also met Papstio there as well, so trying to be better in connecting and building with other streamers. Ah, Papstio is in Michigan? I didn't know that. Oh, he's in Ohio. Yes. All right, you updated the story. I see. Did you delete the original one that you had put up there? Because I think that I did comment or something like that. But I see it looks like you deleted it and redid it. If you did, that's fine. You can always edit these things though. That's one of the things about forums boards. You can just edit the original message. You can change things. You can add posts. You don't have to keep creating a new one and deleting the old one. You can just add to it. You can edit it. You can type under it. If you don't want me to type in there, I don't have to. But you also can add the tag "no talking please" or something. I think there's a tag. If you don't want people to comment on your stuff, there's a tag that's called "no comments please." But yeah, I commented on it. If you don't want me to comment on it, I don't have to, but you just should put a tag or something, or have a little "please don't comment in this thread, it's mine," and I just want to make sure that only I post in here. Because if that's what you want to do, then feel free to do that. Let's see. Feel free to comment. Okay, no worries. I didn't know if you deleted it because I commented or not. He's in Ohio, but the cohort was online. Yeah, that's the good thing also, because you can meet so many people and connect to so many people through the online space, even if you can't connect with them on purpose. I mean, in person, you can still connect with them on purpose in the online space. So that is something that I do appreciate as well. But Ohio is not too far away, to be honest. Matthew says, I refuse to drive into Ohio. I am a huge University of Michigan sports fan, even though I live 5 minutes from Michigan State University. Understandable. Some people take that Ohio-Michigan rivalry very serious. Let's get some more. Just trying to use up the rest of the water that I poured into here. There we go. And all done. Okay, so you can add everyone if you want, but I will tell you that you don't have permissions for adding everyone, so people are not gonna get pinged because I don't have it where people can just add everyone. Because a lot of times when people do that, they ping everybody in the server. So only I have the permissions to actually ping everyone in the server. If you try to ping everyone, it's just not gonna notify anybody because I have it limited where not everybody can do that. But understandable. If you want people to check it out, what you can do is in that other thread that I tagged you in called Check Me Out, where I tagged you, you can say, hey everybody, I just set up my new workshop room, and then link the workshop room there. And most people, even if they don't check the individual workshop rooms, a lot of people do check the Check Me Out channel, and they might see it and then click your link and then follow it. But another way to get people to see your own work is by communicating and interacting with others. So if you scroll through the workshop and you see other people's stuff, you can like and comment on their stuff, and it will help them to be able to know that you exist and know that you made something too. But it is rude to go in their space and say, hey, want to check out my thing? Hey, want to check out my thing? That's kind of not what you do. But if you have genuine interaction with them, then they may also be curious to look at what you do as well. But you can always put it in just chatting. You could put it like, say, hey guys, I just worked on a new thing. Put it in just chatting. Also, as I said, spring camp is coming up. So if you want to do more writing stories and stuff like that, in April, we have spring camp. And every day there's going to be prompts posted about like writing and stuff like that, and people can visit each other's workshop rooms and comment on some of the stuff that they do, and you will just be able to get known in the community by interacting. Because a lot of times people are like, well, I post something and nobody looked at my stuff, and it's like, well, you didn't look at anybody else's stuff either. So it's a two-way street. And interacting with others is a way for you to become known, and then they are curious about you as well. Matthew says, I do. Anytime I have to drive down south to visit family, I go around Ohio. Oh my goodness. But I do want to visit the Toledo Zoo. At some point, I will have to break my rule. Oh goodness. Okay. Well, I've gone to Ohio multiple times. I know people in Ohio. I'm okay with Ohio. I don't feel like it's all that much of a big deal personally, because I'm just weird. I guess I don't take all this stuff very seriously. But yeah, that's dramatic there. Driving around Ohio. That's amazing. Personally, I have gone to Cedar Point. I have gone to churches in Ohio. I've just gone to Ohio for other things, or driven through Ohio to visit family, like you said, down south, stuff like that. I also actually have family in Louisiana, where LSU Tigers are, obviously. So yes, sometimes we drive through Ohio to get there, such like that. So yeah, that's a thing that you are really adamant. But I will ask, what makes you want to visit the Toledo Zoo then? Is there a particular animal or a particular thing that is interesting you about that zoo that will make you break your rule? Or what is it? Because I know there are other zoos around the country, but if the Toledo Zoo is standing out to you so much to the point where you're gonna break your rule, then I wonder what is interesting about the Toledo Zoo in that way. Feel free to share. Unless you just like zoos and you want to hit all the zoos and you're like, well, there's one in Ohio. I can't miss that one. Gaming Grubbin is here. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Colonel says, what if we are all placed in aliens zoo together? Yeah, some people make jokes about aliens finding us interesting and putting us in a zoo. I'm blessed. How are you, sis? I am blessed. I'm okay. Thank you. We are in the middle of just chatting about everything. And, we talked about states now, suddenly. We were doing some, sprinting and such. We're talking about so many things and drinking some tea that tastes like a cookie. Matthew says, I want to specifically experience the aquarium where you can view underwater. Nice. Okay, so I don't know if I've looked up how the Toledo Zoo's aquarium is made, but I do know that, like, I know you know this because you're from Michigan, but the Detroit Zoo has it where in the polar bear exhibit and in the penguin exhibit, you can walk through the bridge things where you can see waters all around you. But I know that that's not an aquarium because there's not all the fish and stuff. It's just mainly the penguins and the polar bears. Then I know SeaWorld I think can at SeaWorld or something they have it where you can be in a big aquarium like that or something. But the Toledo Zoo, I will have to look it up. It sounds like an interesting experience. Gaiman and Grubbin says, you said tea that tastes like what again? Yes, it tastes like raspberry cookies, like those little raspberry cookies that have the little swirly raspberry filling in them. That's what it tastes like. LSU Tiger says, thank you, Sister Wordy Girl. No problem, but yes, so if you look in your channel that you put, oh yeah, I see you did it. You added it. You edited it. Okay, thank you. I just making sure because some people might be like, well, where's the workshop room? I don't see it. So that's how you have to link it so that they can know where it is. Okay, thank you. Matt says, yeah, I love the Detroit Zoo. Have not been in a while. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Gavin and Grubbin says, oh, that sounds really good. Well, guess what? My Discord is open if you guys would like to join it. If you're already there, cool. We were just talking to LSU Tigers about the Discord, who is in the Discord currently, but some of you guys are about to be in an ad. If you are in an ad, exclamation point ad to let me know. Exclamation point back to let me know that you are back. We have 1 minute and 40 seconds left on the sprinting clock. And we will see how much work we will be able to get done, but we are still just chatting, so feel free to continue chatting if you would like. Let's see. I was doing... Time's up. How did you guys do that sprint? Let me know in chat. Time for me to go to lurking mode. God bless, much success. Sending prayers, love, and hugs your way always. I appreciate you stopping by, and thank you so much for the lurk. Thank you for sharing the short stories, and thank you for hanging out in the server. And I hope your lurking and working goes well. Matthew asks, what are you working on? I am working on a couple of things. A lot of freelancing behind the scenes stuff. I'm working on some of my own personal entrepreneurial projects. My supporter perks for those who are subscribed and such. So, yep, a lot of stuff. What are you guys working on? Alright, I'm gonna put us on a 5-minute break because I haven't been doing the breaks. And then we're gonna do another 30-minute sprint after the 5-minute break. Matt says, okay, awesome. I am working on some back-end development for a client working in marketing and tech. Okay, well, much success to you with the back-end development. 30 seconds on the resting clock. Be sure to stretch, hydrate, and take breaks. Get a snack. Roll your shoulders. Roll your wrists. Take a bio break. Get something to drink. And 3, and 2, and 1. 30 minutes on the clock for all you sprinters out there. All right. Well, that's all for that tea. Thanks so much again for the tea time. Thanks so much for the lurk, Galaxy. God bless. Much success. Sending prayers. 11 hugs your way always. I appreciate you stopping by. $15:45 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. I see new things. Okay, hold on. This is intriguing. Alright. I'm gonna have to... Thank you so much for the lurk, Matthew. God bless, much success, sending prayers, love, and hugs your way always. I appreciate you stopping by. For those of you who are still sprinting, we have 9 minutes and 6 seconds left. Goodness. Three, two. Oh, not yet. I was about to say something that is not yet. Alright, now it is in 3, 2, 1 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. It was actually 3, 3, 1 at first. I had to wait 10 seconds. 3, 1, 3 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. This is the final countdown. Time's up! How did you guys do that sprint? Let me know. 901 words for me. So, it was a total of 482 new words. All right, so that's that. This was quite a stream. I think maybe now I should raid out and continue working on stuff in the background myself. as I have been streaming for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. I mean, no. 2 hours, 34 minutes, and 56 seconds. At first it was, but anyway. Let's see. Who can we raid? Maybe some... Thinking about some co-working streams. Well, I see North Hills here. What is this? I think they're playing a game. Alright, let's go ahead and raid over to North Hill Live, okay? So, if you guys would like to raid with us, copy the raid chant that handsome co-host is put into the chat. I do plan to stream again tomorrow. It's supposed to be games in the garden. I don't know what we're gonna do. Lately we've just been doing the jigsaw puzzles. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. God bless, much success, sending prayers, love, and hugs your way always. I appreciate you stopping by. We are gonna go ahead and raid over to North Hill Live. If you would like to show North Hill that Word Girl sends love, please copy the raid chant that handsome co-host has put into the chat. North Hill Live is a hype streamer who's always doing some kind of thing. Another one of those variety streamers like Flat Cap. Sometimes it's Bible, sometimes he's building stuff, sometimes he's playing games, and all kinds of things. So feel free to stick around just for the wisps if you want to get some extra wisps and to say hello to North Hill. If you have to raid and run, no worries, but I appreciate you buckling in on the journey for us, with us, over to North Hill Live. So, God bless, much love, and hope to see you guys soon. Bye.